This is Jeff Flair, part 45 of Jeff Flair's One Man's Opinion. Ha ha! The ladies, look out, look out! Your boy's back. I'm very, being 57 years old, I'm very, very fortunate to have the women in my life that I do. Believe it or not, I'm still that 10-year-old little boy that was shy around women. I'm still shy like that around certain women, especially. One time in my phone, I had, I think, 300 women's numbers and names in my phone. I started laughing hysterically. My roommate at the time, Pop, said, "Man, what you laughing at? Man, I never thought I would have 10 women in my phone, let alone 300. I thought it was fucking hilarious. But over the years, I have protected a lot more. I've worked for more women than I have men. Protected a lot of strippers, call girls, dancers, adult film stars, doctors, lawyers, just women that were just regular women that just went to work every day who had children. This video is really my shout out to all of you. But first of all, let me say this to my man Sir Real Deal, Sir Cube the Real Deal. Thank you so much for the kind words you said this morning when you posted on my wall. Thank you for that. Thank you very, very much for that, man. I appreciate it. You know we brothers for life. You know that, man. Thank you for the kind words you said this morning. But getting back to the ladies, all I want to do is just tell some women how I feel about them and let them know how they make me feel. You know. So first of all, let me start with Serena Lee. I'm going to say this straight out, Serena. I've said this to you before. You're my first thoughts in the morning when I wake up. My last thoughts at night when I go to bed. You're in my heart. You're in my soul. You are the woman I'm in love with. And I don't give a damn what anybody thinks about it. That's the God honest truth coming from Jeff Flair, coming straight to you. Straight out. I love you to death with all my heart. That's real talk. But the bottom line is, regardless of all that, your friendship means the world to me, and that's more important than anything on this planet, is that you and I connect as friends. That is more important to me than anything else. Listen to what I'm telling you. It really, truly is. Europe, Deshaun, what can I tell you? I think it's a pleasure talking to you on Twitter. I'm glad you're on my Facebook page. I'm glad we're friends. I'm glad we're getting to know each other. Claudia Marie, what can I say about you? I've been a fan of yours for a long time. Deshaun, Europe Deshaun and Claudia Marie, you let Kayla Cleavage know I'm crazy about her too. I'm taking all three of you ladies out to dinner when I come to Vegas this summer. Get ready. And Claudia Marie, tell your husband Robbie to come on down there too. There's going to be some room at the table for him too. We all going to party, we're going to get drunk, we're going to drink and have a good time. I'm looking forward to meeting all three of you ladies very, very soon. Patty Plenty, what can I tell you, baby? I've been a fan of yours. I've loved you for years. I know you got my posts. What I said to you was the truth. You know, we all have our ups and downs. We all have our problems. But money isn't the bottom line. Love and respect is. And all the people that love and respect you, remember something. Some people aren't remembered on their birthdays. And I know for a fact, one gentleman in particular, nobody knew him on his birthday. I gave him $20 to get him some dinner, get him a drink. 6 months later, he gave me the $20 back because he had found a job and got his life back together. You see, you never know. You never know about people. It all depends on who you are on the inside. That's the bottom line. So Patty Plenty, Jeff Flair loves you. You know that from the bottom of my heart. Debbie Andrews Williams. Oh, what can I tell you? I'm glad that we connected again on Facebook. I'm glad that we are talking to each other again. You know I love your daughters to death. I'm going to talk about that other daughter of yours in a minute, but Tommy and Sam, I love them to death. You tell them that Uncle Jeff loves them, and he's always going to be here for all your family. Lynette, too, as well. All your family. That's the bottom line. I love all you guys. I do. And you guys are going to be my family for life. But I'm going to talk about your other daughter, Kendra, here in a few minutes, so just stay tuned. Jackie, you're hanging out with my man today, Joseph. He's a good guy. He really, really is. Jackie, thank you so much for being my friend, and I love you being my friend on Facebook. You and I go way, way back, Jackie. I love you. I miss you. Hopefully, I'll be talking to you soon. Jackie Haig, I remember the first time I saw you in the Rainbow working at Cashbox. I thought you were beautiful then. But I gotta tell you, I'm sorry. The day I was sitting up at the mall, you passed by. The first time you passed by, I said, "Damn, look at the body on this woman here. God damn!" But I wasn't looking at your face, baby. I'm so sorry about that. You gotta forgive me. But when you came back up the stairs, you saw me with that fool Fred Freak Smith. Well, I'm no longer doing business with that idiot. But the bottom line here is, it was glad you turned around and said, "Jeff, is that you?" And I looked up and said, "Yeah, Jack, is that you?" I'm glad we connected on Facebook. I'm glad we friends. I've always cared about you, and I love you, and I'm glad that you and I are still friends. Rena, I tell you, every time I look at you, Rena Haley, every time I look at you, my heart stops. The first time I walked into the Garden of Eden, I saw, whoa, who's that? And I'm glad you and I are friends on Facebook. I love you, I really do. Andrea, what can I tell you? Baby, I love you too. You've always been a good friend of mine, and it was always a pleasure working with you and Rena and Michelle as well. So you tell Michelle I love her too. I think I already told her, but tell her again. I want to know that I'm crazy about her too. It was a pleasure working with all three of you ladies. So I'm glad all you ladies are still in my life, and I'm a little choked up here. But anyway, I'm glad you're in my life, and I'm glad you're still my friends. Andrea, you tell your mother I said hello. Tell her to check out Jeff Flair's Women's Opinions. Okay? Might be a little too much for her, but I think she'll have a good time with my videos. Cindy, what can I tell you? What I can say about you? You've been one of my favorites for a long, long time, and I love you to death. You always been good people to me, always been stand-up people, straight out, and always been real people with me. And I love you, and I'm glad we friends on Facebook. I'm glad you've been my friend all these years. I love you, Cindy, with all my heart. Trust me. And you know, anytime you need to talk to somebody, your boy is here for you. Always. Raz, Raz Dazzle, what can I tell you about you, Raz? I love you. You're my girl. In the Rainbow, you the one doing more mopping up than the bus boys did in the Rainbow upstairs on the dance floor. You had your own little world up there, and I was there making sure nobody messed with you. Raz, I love you to death. Thank you so much for being friends with me on Facebook and being my friend for all these years. And girl, I've known you for 20 years. Ain't that something? It's a long time, ain't it, for somebody to know each other. Deidre, I love you too. Thank you so much for being my friend. Lisa and her daughter Stephanie. Stephanie's 7 years old and act like she's 30. I love both of you guys. Thank you so much. Theolan Carpenter, baby, every time I look at you, it's the same thing. My heart stops. Holla at your boy real soon, baby. I miss you. Talk to me soon, yeah? Jessica, a new lady I met, this new friend with me on Facebook. Thank you so much for all that. Ebony, thank you so much for being friends with me on Facebook. Another woman I just met. Carolyn Lee. Carolyn, first time you walked that Rainbow Bar and Grill, baby, I knew you were something special then. I love you, Carolyn. I'm glad we friends. I'm glad we friends on Facebook. You're always going to be have a special place in my heart. Stay sweet, because that's the way you are. Stay sweet, baby. Don't ever change. Taylor Paige Fletcher. Taylor, I love you too. You're my girl. I'm glad we friends. I'm finally glad we got to meet. You look just like my fiance. Right in the face. In the face, you look just like her. But that's not the reason why I like you. I like you because you got a good heart, you got a good soul, you good people. And to me, you stand up people. So, baby, I love you, and I'm glad you're friends with me on Facebook, and glad that you're my friend. Amy, Larissa, Robinson McCann. Goddamn, girl, you got so many goddamn names. You ought to be a movie star. You understand me? And girl, you know I love you. First time I saw you in that Rainbow, you was always something special to me. I'll never forget that time when that guy, I don't know what happened, but maybe you recall the time when you got into one of the patrons in there because he wouldn't tip you or something. And you just, I took your side on that because that guy was wrong. He disrespected you. But you was always stand-up people. And you still stand-up people right now. I love you. You know you always got a special place in my heart. You are the one that I always think about, really, because you always been good to me. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad everything's working out for you in Seattle. And I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Sandra Otterman is another lady I met. Very sweet, very nice. Talked to her on Facebook, friend of mine on Facebook. Baby, I love you. Thank you so much for being my friend as well. But these last two, I'm going to mention. I mentioned both of these in part 23. In part 23 of Jeff Flair's Women's Opinion, I talked about Misty Swain and Kendra Jade. And baby, I got 95 hits on that thing. I don't know who's been looking. Somebody been watching. Uncle Jeff, I don't know who that is. So I'm going to tell you ladies this one more goddamn time. Misty Swain, I'm madly in love with you. I don't give a damn if you think I'm a pussy, a punk, or whatever you think. I'm all man. I ain't afraid to say a goddamn thing to you or any other woman. I love you with all my heart, and I always will be for the rest of my life. Kendra Jade, what can I say about you? Baby, you the first woman I ever fell in love with. The first woman I ever fell in love with. I love you with all my heart, and I'm so glad you're happy. I'm glad you got married. And that's the bottom line here. Both of you ladies, again, I'm going to say this. Holler at your boy. Don't be scared. Get on that computer and come holler at Jeff Flair, because I love both of you. You can cuss me out, call me names. You can slap me. I wouldn't do nothing to sit there and smile at you, because that's the type of dude I am. But both of you ladies, I love you to death. You might not like me or hate me or a little bald head motherfucker, whatever you want to call me. But who's got your back? Your man's got your back. Jeff Flair's got your back. And that's for life. You understand me? I love both of you ladies. But to all you ladies, listen to me very carefully. Thank you so much for being there for me. Thank you so much for being a part of my life. I love you all. Donnie's mom, you know what? Thank you so much for following me as well. Thank you very much. Because I know I put up some really out-of-line posts here now and then and saying some stuff here on Facebook. And it's good to know you got a good sense of humor about all that. If my mother was still alive, my mother would probably disown me. Talking all that shit. But all these videos I've done has been the truth. Like I said before, it's about how I feel about everything that's been going on in my life. I hope everybody's enjoyed them and like my wrestling stick that I've done. But this is like the last few parts I've done. This is very serious too. Thank you to all my ladies. I love all of you from the bottom of my heart. And I mean what I say. If you need me, I'm here for you. And I don't care about any other man looking at this tape. Let me tell you, Joker, something. You know why women love me? Not only because I'm covered in chocolate. Let me tell you why women love me. Because I'm real and I don't mind telling them how I feel about them. You understand that? All you tough guys out there, how you like me now? But the bottom line here is, ladies, again, thank you so much. I love you. This is Jeff Flair, part 45 of Jeff Flair's Women's Opinion, the lady.